Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video is how to make beef stew with dumplings. And you guys are wondering why I'm showing you this corn. So my sister actually works in the summers at a farm shop, and so she brought some of this corn, so I thought I'd show you. And now, these are the spices that I basically will be using in the stew. So yeah, let's get cooking. We have some salt, some pepper, mustard seeds, marjoram, paprika, oregano, and thyme. Add the garlic cloves and then keep stirring until the meat is brown mostly and slightly pink on the inside. So all the spices that I showed you earlier, I put them in a bowl, and then I basically used half of the spices for the mixture, the beef itself, and I'm basically coating the beef with these spices. I only use half of them right now. Okay, it's time to take the beef out onto a plate and make sure it rests for a bit. Next, we're going to start with the vegetables. Make sure you use the same pot because this pot has all the flavours from the beef. If your pan appears to be a bit dry, make sure you add some oil in. This can be about a tablespoon. Add the celery, mushrooms, add tomato puree or paste in next, followed by some red wine. I used Pinot Noir. You can use any red wine, it's just to make sure that the stew has a really rich flavour. Then add your Worcestershire sauce in. So now we're moving on to the stock. Add your stock cube to a pot of water. Instructions for this can be found in the description box below, and even on the stock cube box it will tell you the recipe, how to prepare your broth. Next, add your broth that you've just prepared to your mixture of celery and mushrooms, stir it in, and add the beef as well that was resting on the side. If you have any seasoning, it would be good to add it at this point. And now let's wait for your broth and your mixture to simmer for 1 hour and a half. After 1 hour and a half, you can see that everything is becoming well combined. Now it's time to add in the carrots and the red or yellow potatoes. I use both. And now it's time to let the mixture cook for another 30 minutes or until the carrots and potatoes are soft. Right now is a really good idea to assess whether you have enough liquid. So if you don't have enough liquid at this stage, I highly recommend you using another stock cube. I wish I did earlier, but it's fine because stews are pretty flexible. You can put whatever in there and you can guarantee that the flavours are really incredible at the end as long as you've used awesome spices. Your mixture might be watery, so mine was slightly watery, so I did use cornstarch. I combined cornstarch with milk, or if you're lactose intolerant, which I actually am, so you could actually combine the cornstarch with water instead. Then I did add some honey to give the stew a rich flavour and slightly sweet flavour, followed by some pepper to balance the sweetness. After garnishing the stew with parsley, we move on to the dumplings. Combine otora into flour. Otora is a beef suet. It's really good. It helps keep the dumplings together. Just add some water as well. You should create a dough-like consistency here. If it gets too wet and sticky, just add more flour. Then create golf-sized balls and just place them really on top of your stew. It's really good because what will happen is that the moisture created from the seal of the lid being on top of the stew pot will result in the dumplings being cooked. I highly recommend you cooking them this way because the dumplings will cook due to the moisture. They will stay moist. They're incredible. The texture is incredible, very different to anything in the stew. So do not miss out on these dumplings and be lazy and not cook them. It's well worth it. I got really tired at this point, but I did carry on, and I know you guys can do it. Do not bake them in the oven because a week later I was like, what the heck, I'm gonna cook them in the oven, and they came out hard and dry. So definitely steam your dumplings. Okay, that's all folks from me today. Thank you for watching. I am so happy that I made this video. The ingredients and the recipe are in the description box below as always, and if you do not want to cook a stovetop stew, there is also a version in the description box below of one in a slow cooker. And I'd just like to say this turned out really delicious, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.